Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing slash recapping Fuller House Season 2. So I don't know if y'all tuned in to Season 2. I'm thinking that you did since you clicked on this video. But in my personal opinion, Season 2 was bomb. Oh, that sounds so lame. Anyway, so Season 2 of Fuller House, y'all know y'all can only watch it on Netflix. If you tune into Season 1, you're probably definitely going to like Season 2. But here's the thing. Season 2 did not do as well as Season 1 did. And here is my theory behind that. I'm thinking that the reason why Season 1 did not do as well, the reason why Season 2 did not do as well as Season 1 is because of the drop-off rates. People were so excited when they heard that Netflix was going to do, a revamp of Fuller House, or Full House rather, and they were all excited about it. Everybody was tuning in, they were watching, they were like, oh yeah, I gotta watch it, blah 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 blah. So everybody and their mama tuned in to Season 1. And Season 2 was more so the diehard fans, people who generally liked Season 1 and wanted to come back and see more, were the people that stuck around for Season 2. So I feel like a lot of people that were into Season 1, couldn't wait for Season 2 to drop. And the people who just didn't like Season 1 at all, they were more so... And I don't really understand how you couldn't like Season 1, to be perfectly honest, because the show is pretty much like the series was back in the day. Yeah, there are a little bit of, differences, but it's that same kind of, cheesy, we leave the front door open type of Full House that we know and love. So if you liked Full House, you're gonna like Fuller House Season 1, you're gonna like Fuller House Season 2. So I don't really understand why the drop-off rate was so high, but hopefully Netflix will be renewing it for a third season, because if not, I'm gonna be extremely disappointed, because I freaking love that show, and also because I want to see what happens with DJ and Steve. Alright, so the Season 2 pretty much starts where, Season 1 left off. DJ is still torn between choosing Matt and Steve, and we know Steve is from back in the day, Full House, her ex-boyfriend, old boyfriend, whatever you want to call him. And she's trying to make this decision between them, and she's like, oh, girls, talking to Stephanie and Kimmy, saying that basically she's made a decision about who she chose. Now, we don't get to see who she actually chose into way further along into the season, but I'm going to get into that in just a few. So, she has to make this decision between Steven and Matt, and before she even gets a chance to tell them or tell everybody who she has decided, she's having like this big family barbecue or whatever, and the guys both want to know if they can bring dates to the barbecue. So they show up with these two girls. Matt has a girl that's like really athletic. She's like really into like sports and stuff. And then Steve has a girl who is like pretty much like DJ. Like, she's blonde. Her mannerisms are like DJ. Her personality is like DJ, and her name is like freaking CJ. So she's pretty much just like a replica of DJ, who we can all see Steven has chosen, because he's so in love with DJ that he wants a girl just like her, because she didn't pick him. She kind of, stalled or whatever at the end, talking about she wanted to find herself. And she found herself that summer, so now she's back with her decision. So anyway, fast forward through more episodes of the season. We kind of see Stephanie falling in love with Kimmy's brother, who is like this world traveler for like, I guess like some type of travel magazine or something he's doing with travel. And he like take pictures all around the world. So she got her a new man. Kimmy is still with that, her ex-husband, Alejandro. And he's moved into the house now. So, we kind of see throughout the season them kind of, go back and forth with each other, and their little crazy antics that they like to do. And Stephanie and her new boyfriend, we kind of see them kind of find a deeper love within each other. So Stephanie has somebody now that she can see herself having children with, so she kind of struggles with trying to figure out if, you know, well, she doesn't really struggle with it, but that's something on her mind, thinking about should she adopt if they decide to have children down the future, because we know that Stephanie can't have kids or whatever. So that's pretty much what happens in the season 1 with them. Alejandro and Kimmy. So another big part of the season or whatever. Oh, what I really liked about this season was that they kind of went into different, like, you know, holidays and stuff. Like, they did Halloween, they did a Halloween episode, they did a Thanksgiving episode where everybody was there. Joey and his wife were there, so we got to see, like, Joey's kids, who were, like, really rambunctious and just crazy, getting into mischief and things like that. They're really mischievous. And we see his wife, who's really just kind of goofy like him. Like, he just has a big goofy family, which we would, you know, naturally expect Joey to have. And then Danny and his wife, we kind of see them. We only kind of see them in that one Thanksgiving episode. I don't know why they didn't bring everybody back for the Christmas episode or the New Year's. Maybe it was too much money. But, you know, we only get to see them in the Thanksgiving episode. But it was nice to be able to see, you know, Joey have his own family and Danny finally married. Because that was definitely something that was highlighted in the original Full House episode. So it was nice to kind of see them kind of move on. What else? We also, another big component of the season was Becky was like fighting hard with, why can I didn't think of his name? And he is like my favorite character, Jesse. Becky and Jesse was kind of fighting really hard because Jesse, you know, she's longing to be a mother again, and Jesse doesn't want to have kids again. So they kind of fight throughout the season about that. They were on maybe like 2 or 3 episodes, and eventually they did decide, I think it was like around the Christmas episode, that they were going to adopt a baby. So on the last episode, like right at the end of the New Year's episode, we see them have the new baby. So that was really cute, really special. I cannot wait for season 3. Like, sorry, but I cannot wait for season 3. They better not cancel this show. Oh my god. I will freak out if they cancel this show. But anyway, so yeah, so that happens. And then the other thing that happened in this season was that DJ and Kimmy had like their reunion, their high school reunion or whatever. So we got to see some of the old players from back in the day, Kathy Santoni, those guys that were fighting over her. I cannot think of their names right now, and my Google is acting really slow. We got to kind of see, you know, old classmates from back in the day on the episode, which was really kind of cool. And then what else happened? Oh, so I forgot this big part. So at one point in the season, DJ, you know, she's all alone, she's single, and Matt her and Matt, they have like a moment and they end up getting back together. And I think it was when the dog ended up getting hurt because one of the kids, what's his name, Max? Yeah, Max like fed the kid. Max ends up feeding the dog like some type of corn or something. He accidentally eats the corn, and they have to rush him, you know, to remove the corn from his body because dogs can't digest something that big. So while they're having the surgery, DJ and Matt kind of rekindle their relationship a little bit. They start making out, you know, woo, 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 woo. They end up getting back together. Steve finds out. He's kind of upset at first, but he's still, you know, with CJ, so he still got CJ. He don't really care. But when they are at the high school reunion, Matt is like out of town, and DJ, I don't know where CJ was. She wasn't there either. Oh, that's what happened. Steve came to DJ's rescue since she didn't have a date since Matt was out of town. Just kind of like he did on that prom episode when she was going off to her senior prom or whatever. So he shows up to save the day, like only Steve knows how. And DJ pretty much realizes like how much she really loves him, and she's just like, you know, analyzing the situation, and like basically she's ready to get back together with Steve. And she tells, well, she kind of, no, she doesn't actually tell him though. she doesn't actually tell him. And the reason being is because Steve is like, he's going to propose to CJ. And the reason why he's going to propose to her is because at first, when he first started dating CJ, he realized that he, was doing it obviously because he was trying to, get another DJ going. But he realized that he really loves CJ for her being her. So he's, telling DJ that he's going to get ready to propose to CJ. And that kind of stops DJ from telling him that, she's in love with him or whatever. So that happens, and then later on in the season, DJ pretty much reveals to Stephanie and Kemi that Steven was who she was, or Steve. I don't know why I keep on calling him Steven. She pretty much reveals to Kemi and Stephanie, that she was going to choose Steve all along. And, the girls are just like, oh, wow. Like they're shocked, obviously. Steven already pretty much at this point has a ring and he's ready to go through with it. So, New Year's Eve, the last episode of the season, Steve gets ready to propose to CJ and he like freezes up and DJ kind of steps in and pretty much does it for him. So they're engaged now and DJ never tells Steve how she feels. And all that. So I think what's gonna happen in next season, well, so that happened. So CJ and DJ Steve and CJ are not engaged or whatever. So that happened, and then Becky and Jesse got their new baby. Kemi and Alejandro are still together. The kids are still off doing whatever the kids do. No shades to the kids. I love them, but I'm just not going to go into... This will be a really long video if I go into all the stuff that they got into this season. And yeah, that pretty much wraps up what happened. So I think for season 3, if it actually goes down, Netflix, you better bring it back. My predictions are that DJ is finally going to tell Steve how she feels about him and they can finally get back together. I cannot wait until they finally get back together because honestly I am rooting for Steve. I was rooting for Steve, from the jump, because I'm like, the reason why they broke up in the first place back in the day in high school was because they were, Steve was going off to college or whatever, and DJ really didn't know what was going on with her life, and she was just trying to figure things out without him. So she kind of needed that alone time. She got married, she had a couple of kids, whatever. Now it's time to get back together with Steve. You know what I mean? Like, it's time to get him back. So I'm just hoping that we'll get to see that in season 3. I think that Stephanie and her new boo are probably going to adopt a baby. So there's going to be a lot more kids on the show, I think, in the next season, because Jesse and Becky have that new baby, and then Stephanie and whatchamacallit probably gonna adopt a baby. So yeah, and then maybe we'll probably see Kemi and Alejandro get married, because they're living in a house together right now, so they might as well just go ahead and get married. I mean, there's no sense of just cohabitating or whatever they call it. You might as well just go ahead and get married. I mean, you're already living together. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a cute little show. I freaking love it. I kind of wish that the episodes were a little bit longer, but I understand why they're so short, because not the episodes but the seasons. I understand why they're so short because Netflix is trying to do all these different shows right now. There's talk about a revival of Scrubs. So they're definitely trying to do a whole bunch of things. They did the Gilmore Girls thing. They gave us 4 episodes of that. They're kind of testing the waters with shows right now. So that's kind of what terrifies me about the whole Fuller House thing not doing as well as it did for season 1, because I don't want Netflix to give it the boot. But they have a lot of really good shows. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie, there's a lot of really good stuff on Netflix right now. But my fear is that they're just trying to do too much. But Fuller House is such a good show. I feel like it could get picked up by, a network. ABC or something, might be able to pick it up. I don't know how well it would do against, some of the different shows that they have on now. But, you know, Modern Family and Blackish. I don't know how well it would do. Like, would it mix in with, you know, all those different network shows? I don't know. But I guess we'll just see what happens. Hopefully they'll bring it back. I don't know. So let me know what you guys thought about season 2. Leave me your comments in the box, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Ciao, bellas. Or, bleh, wrong channel. Ciao.